Hello and welcome back to Stop Apologising. I am your host Sophia, and this is a space for women to come to feel celebrated and to leave with not only the inspiration but the tools to show up in this world unapologetically as yourself. So if you are new here, thank you for joining us, and if you are a long-time listener, thank you. You will notice we are now recording from a new space, and I just cannot wait to bring you today's episode. I'm so excited because I really spent the time, and I've got some notes here as to what actually got me here. Because 6 months ago, I was in a completely different space. I would say I knew everything kind of that I knew today, but what I noticed was I wasn't actually acting and behaving in the way of the woman that I wanted to be. I had listened to all the podcasts. I had done all the therapy. I had literally could self-diagnose myself. I could tell you about my trauma. I could tell you about my childhood. But still, with that self-awareness, I was not stepping forward unapologetically as myself. And the last 6 months has completely changed. So on today's episode, I'm going to share with you 6 things that I did, that I physically did, not just knowledge, but action, that got me to the place that I am in today. And I feel like my life is just starting. So if you are walking, if you are driving, if you are just taking 30 minutes out of your day for yourself, get a pen and paper, because every single step I share with you is going to give you a tool that you can implement today. All right, so I wrote some notes down. So if you see my eyes dropping, it's because I want to make sure I'm giving you the right steps that I physically took. So the first thing that you have to do, is understand where you are right now and where you want to be. And then there's a gap in between that. So for me, for example, I knew I have this innate desire to serve women, so they never feel the urge to shrink. It's an absolute passion and desire of mine. And yes, there was the passion. Yes, there was the inspiration, but I was actually not taking the steps to deliver on that message. I am paid by very big brands to market themselves, to identify, their problem, what they're not communicating. I had all the skills to market myself, but I actually wasn't doing it. So there was a gap between who I was and who I wanted to become. And you physically cannot move yourself if you do not know where you currently are. So first, I want you to look at, just take one area of your life. It could be your money, your relationships, your career. And first identify where you are right now. So if it's, let's take money for an example. If you are someone that constantly finds themselves in debt, completely fine. First, outline, this is where I am right now. This is my financial position, and this is where I want to be. And you'll notice a gap. That's the first step. Get really clear as to where you are now and where you want to be. The second one is question, really question, what are you believing about yourself that keeps you stuck where you are? Really think about it. What belief keeps you where you are stuck right now? An example of mine would be, I knew that I really wanted to launch this podcast. I really wanted to up-level it. And what kept me playing small was the belief that I can't do this. I'm not enough. I'm not as good as someone else. And with those beliefs playing in my mind, it kept me stuck. Though I had all the tools, I had the skills, I had like everything on paper to do it. But what was missing was the belief that I could actually do it. So I'd ask yourself, like, what is the belief that could help you close that gap? So if we go back to our finances and you look at, okay, I'm constantly in a state of debt. Why is that? What am I telling myself? Is it that I'm not good with money? I'm not deserving of money? I don't know how to handle money? Get really clear on the belief that's keeping you stuck. Then the third one is, and this is a huge one for me, like change your environment. And if you can't change your environment, change something about your life so your old like behaviors can no longer exist. So if you are someone that wants to get into being more healthy and taking care of your body, right? You need to change your environment in order to do that. So you either need to shop at a new grocery store, you need to go to a new gym, you need to be around, if it's joining a running club, like changing your environment so that behavior and that identity can no longer exist. I'm Australian and I now live in America. I came to America because I had a desire and I really wanted to further my career. And I knew that America was the place for me to be able to do that. I flew to America. I thought that I was going to find myself living in LA. I went to LA. I really, really loved it. But just something felt off. Something didn't feel right. But I didn't know what I was going to do. I decided before like going home and doing my visa to move back to LA, I would go on a vacation and just like travel for a little bit, and I wanted to come to Texas. I had no idea why. I liked horses. I wanted to come. So I came on a holiday. I drove into Austin. I hadn't even got out of the car and I was like, this feels like home. Was it a lot harder to move here? Yes. I didn't know anyone. But I completely changed my environment. I had no idea what I was actually doing. Like I completely changed my environment so my old self could no longer exist. I'm now living in a state with people that are further along on their journey of where I want to be. I'm surrounded by people that are steps ahead of me. So it made what I want to be normal. But if you are surrounding yourself with the same people, the same experiences, doing the same thing, you're just creating the exact same environment for the same behaviors to exist. So what can you do today that can help you change your environment so you can step forward as the person you know you're capable of being? Now the fourth thing, and like this is the most uncomfortable thing, but I'm just going to you have to do it. You have to practice being that person that you want to become. You have to, and it's going to feel so freaking uncomfortable because you're playing someone that you're not used to. But it's actually you, it's just your body's not used to it. So for me, I could direct a brand and say, hey, do this with their social media, do this with their marketing. It's like, yeah, go ahead, because they're doing it, right? No one knows it's me behind them directing them. But me putting myself forward and doing this is my brand and this is me showing up on social media. Fuck yeah, it's cringe. You're going to feel cringy or you're going to feel scared, but you have to do it anyway. Because with repetition, it becomes easier. You hear people you want to go to the gym, you want to build muscle, you want to get fit. The first time you enter the gym, it's going to feel uncomfortable. You're like, fuck, what am I doing? I have no idea how to lift these weights. I don't know what But the more you practice it, the more it becomes familiar. So if you're someone that is struggling with their finances right now and you want to get yourself out of debt, what's a new behavior that you can do today to change that? Is it not overspending when you're feeling like anxious? Is it like actually taking time every day for just 30 seconds to check your bank account and know I'm safe? It's okay to look at it if you're scared. If you're trying to create a personal brand, whip out your phone and just start. Start a new account if you're scared for what your friends are going to think. Like I was like, shit, people are going to see this. What are they going to think? I'm like, they don't know this person. And I'm like, yeah, because I was just getting to know the real me. You need to practice who you want to become. Like you have to. And with that and with the repetition, it'll become familiar and you'll feel more confident and then you'll keep doing it. And then the fifth one, which is like absolute game changer. Like I can't explain to you how much this has completely changed my life, is investing in myself, investing in the person I wanted to become. I wanted to work with people ahead of me. I wanted to work with people that could support me, that could keep me accountable, that knew my journey. Because if you were just telling your friend or telling a family member or something like that, they're not going to make you as accountable as someone that you're working with. I invested recently with a new health and fitness trainer. That was a huge investment for me. I'm like hugely into health and fitness. We're actually having her on the podcast next week. And she keeps me so accountable, so educational. It's something that I didn't recognize how much my health and fitness and the confidence I now have that then translates across into other areas of my life. The next thing that I invested in is like working properly with a coach. I'm now in like a group environment with 30 other women who are doing phenomenal things on my mindset and my beliefs. And not only do we meet and we talk with the coach, but we also work together as the 30 of us as women. I'm now in a group with other women that are doing similar things where we can chat every day and talk about our wins or things that we're feeling insecure about, and you can bring people in. And if that's something that you're interested in, I'm going to be opening a very small group of intimate women where like I can coach you through so much of your mindset and your beliefs, because that is something that hugely prevented me from moving forward. So you can just hit in the show notes and then you can be opened up and speak to daily women that are going through similar things. And if not, just look around you, invest in yourself. It's scary. Like I put money down on things. I was just like, I don't know the return, but I knew in my gut it was going to help me. Being surrounded by people that can empower you. Like I have a friend sitting out here right now that's like the biggest hype for me. You need people in your corner. You cannot do this stuff alone. And so to be able to put forward like, oh, I'm nervous about showing up. I'm scared what other people will think. And then to have another woman come forward as an example and say, I did this, I was like that. This is what helped me, and keep you accountable. Investing in yourself, honestly, has the biggest ROI, the biggest return. And then the sixth one, like this is the fun one, because this isn't meant to be all serious. And I love this quote, like delusion with action is self-belief. Delusion without action is just fantasy. So I can be delusional and be like, I want to fucking serve millions of women. I want them to feel so unapologetically as themselves, so they never feel like they have to shrink. But I'm not going to put myself out there. I'm not going to market myself. I'm not going to put podcasts out. Like, that's just a fantasy. That's just living in my head. But with the self-belief that I know I can do it, I sit here today in front of you because I'm hoping to inspire you and educate you and give you the tools to move you forward. and you're not going to see it. Like you're literally going to be taking a step forward and you won't see the results straight away. But you have to believe it. You have to get so fucking delusional that you can do it. And that's why all those things that I've just shared with you matter. Especially your environment, especially investing in yourself. Getting clear on what's preventing you. Because you could sit there and go through the same freaking cycle. Like literally, you can sit still and go through the same cycle and then what? A year later, fuck, you still haven't done anything? That was me. The best way you can learn is by stepping forward. And if you feel nervous to do that, surround yourself with other women who are doing it. It is like the best, the most incredible thing that has ever happened to me. Literally, I'm in the best phase of my life because I took a gamble of myself and I had absolutely no idea where I was going to end up. And so I'm sharing these like 6 prominent things today so you can move your own freaking needle because you're worthy of it and it's your beliefs that are standing in the way. So if you were someone like me that could overanalyze, that could self-diagnose, that you literally could be on a date and then by the entree, you know all the guys' red flags, like round of applause, but there's only so much you can do with self-awareness. The next thing is your behavior and your beliefs, getting really clear on what they are that are preventing you and then moving forward. Everyone is deserving of a big, beautiful life and you don't have to be like boss babying or like doing something like this. You could literally be, I want to like just get on top of my finances. I really want to focus on my health and fitness. I'm really wanting to call in a proper relationship, but I'm still dating the same fucking men. You got beliefs running the show there, old behaviors that are outdated. It's going to be freaking uncomfortable, sure, to step forward. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with people that know what you're going through, that can pep you up, that are going through similar things, working with a coach. Like it's so important if you actually want to take the step forward. And if you were someone who was like me, I was like, no, I can do this all on my own. No, you can't. Or you could, but it's just going to be a lot slower. So if you liked today's episode, if you want more episodes like this, or if you think you know a family or friend member that is like going through a similar thing where you're like, come on, please share the episode or give us some comments because I absolutely love hearing from you. I'm so excited to drop more of like, we have so much coming up and I'm just so excited for every single woman watching or listening to remind you like you are so worth it. Whatever it is that you want, it's already wanting you. You just need to take the step forward to allow yourself to receive it. So I love you all. Have an amazing week and I'll see you next week in the next one.